Hello everyone, this is Xander Chiron and I am back with game 39 of the first Reddit Open tournament. In this battle on the blue team, we of course have Razzmann with an Eastern Bloc general deck, and on the red team we have Belarus Border Service, who has changed it up and is now using a Red Dragon motorized deck. It's an interesting choice. And yeah. So if Razzmann wins this battle, he will win the tournament. If Belarus wins, they'll go on to the fifth and final game of the tournament. So this could be the final game, or the next one could be the final if there's a next one. We'll find out at the end of this battle. Or, you could, if you haven't been paying attention to the subreddit last month. But I've gone over that already. Doesn't matter. Let's see what's happening in this battle. Alright, so immediately looks like Razzmann's going to be focusing down at the bottom part of the map. Makes sense because that's where most of the points are. You have, 2, 4, 7 points at the bottom versus 4 at the top. Anyway. So is it 2 command start, I presume? I'm actually only seeing, only one command unit. Okay, there it is. There's the second one. So yeah, there's one Führung's there and the other one there. Anyway, we've got Mortar, Moderna, lots of Motschützen, some else TR-40, OSA AKM, and Snezka. So it'd be interesting to see how Razzmann splits that up. He's probably going to send a few into Delta, probably some Motschützen and LCR-40. There's the Mi-17 with the Conquerors in it. That's probably going to land there. And in the middle, let's see, we got Speziov Claire and Leka Pakoda and Snezka. That's literally probably just going to be right in, might be units there or there, somewhere like that. Fairly basic. Yeah. As for Belarus, looks like, yep, 2 command start as well because Nuclear Winter is coming. You got to get that side spawn. Okay, so we got some Liren there, Mi-2, starting with a cargo truck, probably for the HQ-7. There's a Shilka, that's the North Korean one that doesn't have radar. Aside from that, there's a couple of 62-1s, which are, the 30-pointers. That's at 551, that's going to be, that's going to be, what do we call them? Luzhendui, the Chinese Marines. 10 man now instead of a 15 like they used to be. Looks like more Lira, or not more Luzhendui. That's going to be Liren in there. The ZZC. BTR-6CP, that's North Korean. Yeah, so that's going to be Yokyondae or Jeokdae, depending. Get the, let's see, it's probably going, it could be either, it could be upvetted. Actually, it would be the Marine squad, not the Elite squad, because Elite squad would be on Elite training. Herp-a-derp, I'm good at this. Oh, got the ZTQ. The 62G, the original stealth tank. 60, so once again more of those guys. Another HQ-7. Alright, so I'm guessing these dudes are heading over here, this area, Foxtrot. And then the guys over here are going to be heading down into Delta and Alpha. That's what I think is going to happen. Yep. Alright, does have a mortar carrier. Didn't notice that. It's pretty standard 120mm mortar. What else there is to say? It looks like the Z9A is going to be dropping its infantry right off there. Okay, so it looks like Belarus is going for India, it seems. Yeah, Razzmann can see that probably. So they're kind of going opposite of each other. Oh, Z9 is going to try and engage the Mi-17 with its rockets. Or with its autocannon. Mi-17 is the one with rockets. Oh, Conqueror's on the ground. Do they make it into the building? Oh, they are taking fire. Oh, when they go down to the Z9A. Up here. It's not looking too good for Razzmann. If Belarus is aggressive enough, he can take India from Razzmann. However, Razzmann can also just easily pretty hold the bridges and make it almost impossible for Belarus to cross, while Razzmann just focuses down here. In theory, of course. And it looks like Razzmann actually isn't sending anybody to Delta, it seems. It looks like he's going to try, he's going to try and push Alpha because he noticed that bulk of Belarus's forces are up at the top of the map, so he is going to try and get into Alpha. Oops, Neska is getting wrecked. Oh, Belarus is just stopping there. He's not pushing. Oh, that guy's actually routing too. That's funny. Okay, let's see if 40's missing. Did it miss a bunch of shots in that Z9A? Huh. Oh, and my 17's gonna... Okay, it's Zanchi 85 and the WZ551s. They're upvetted. These guys are fun. The Artican's not as good as the, whatchamacallit? KB-825, but it's not bad. Oh, MiG-21 MFs at the, yes, 240mm rockets. Oh, M1 Wilk is getting some guys. And it's upvetted Bo Chong Soon, the BTR-60Ps. This little force of Razzmann's here is putting up an admirable fight. Part of it's because that M1 Wilk arrived. If Belarus had been more aggressive and pushed up into the force here, probably would have been able to keep the Wilk back. Oh, ZTQ is holding up Razzmann over here a little bit, but he's got some smoke out and the Moderna's on the scene. So I don't think Razzmann can see it. Nope. And here comes the B5. Curious where it's going after. Is he going for these guys? Is he going to drop in here? Probably in here. Does Razzmann see it? Yes, he does see it. OSA's turned off though. So it's going to wipe out some Mochuism. Yep, they're gone. Razzmann did get some LSCR-40 into the town there. Ooh, that guy got hit up. Yeah, the ZT Z88A. I definitely put the herd into that Wilk. That Moderna's probably going to be trouble for Belarus just because motorized decks rely pretty heavily on, you know, ATGMs and airplanes to take care of enemy heavy armor. And, well, Red Dragons doesn't really have a particularly good super heavy removal airplane. Doesn't have, the 238P ATGMs or reliable ones. I don't think it actually has any 30 AP. I think the most AP it has would be the 28 AP on the North Korean Su-25K, if I recall correctly. No, that's being marked for attack. And for ATGMs, for the most part, Red Dragons does not have very good ATGMs. Its best, or its only infantry ATGM, I think, would be the North Korean Fago, which is just not good. They don't have any Conquerors. As for, they do have the original, 3-kilometer ATGM, but it's not particularly good just because it's kind of slow. Oh, let's see, 40 engaging the. Oh, so there's some Yakyonde, however that's supposed to be pronounced. That's not a great anti-tank weapon they have. It's just okay. Okay, so Belarus is calling out a command vehicle for Foxtrot. Well, because you're catered all the way to this little peninsula right here. And yeah, Belarus is just kind of stalling out in India. Razzmann can't really effectively get in there, probably just because that 88A is going to whack anything crossing the bridges, probably. Oh, BMP2 is putting this herd onto the Zanchi. Probably one of the less good 15-point line infantry units in the game. Just, I know, if they had a little bit more accuracy on their AT weapon, they wouldn't be bad, but... Right. But that's, you know, that's how it is. Oh, and here comes the B5 again. Oh, Razzmann has the MiG-21 MF. Is that just... That's good optics, yeah. You can see the B5. OSA is turned on. Though it's... I don't know where that's going to be dropping. Let's get one hit. 2 hits, then need a 3rd hit. And it gets it. And I don't actually think that bomb did a whole lot of actual damage. Kind of messed up these guys a little bit, but they're all still in the fight. Aside from that, yeah, that's a major loss for Belarus just because B5 is a 1 per card unit. Oh, that WZ551 is sneaking around. And yet Razzmann doesn't really have much here as part of the map. He does have the Snezkas though, so they'll definitely see it. Aside from that, there's not really a whole lot else. Razzmann's pushing pretty deep into Alpha, and Belarus is just not doing anything in India. That Wilk is relocating up. If it goes, he'll probably get whacked by that ZTZ-88. Other than that, yeah. Razzmann just has a wall of Eastern Bloc infantry advancing on Alpha. And once he gets into Alpha, it's going to be very hard for Belarus to reinforce Delta. However, Belarus is capping Foxtrot, so that's the +2 he has going. And since he does have India, he could theoretically try capping it, though I would probably not be particularly successful for him. Yep, and Razzmann is calling out a UAZ for Charlie to get rid of that +2. Other than that, this is not looking good for Belarus. Like, motorized decks, you know, definitely rely on their infantry game, and thing is, they just... Red Dragons just doesn't have a very good motorized tab. You know, the WZ551 is probably one of their best options. I think it's also probably one of the best 15-point wheeled vehicles in the game. Not as good as the, you know, say, XA185 KT, but that's a different kettle of fish altogether. Oh, she's getting pretty shot up. One advantage that North Korea does have compared to other Red 4 countries is that they do have the BTR-60P, which means they do have a 10-point wheeled transport, which is pretty handy. Not a particularly great one, but it's pretty bog standard. Same goes for China. They do get the BTR-152. Oh, Zanchi are moving up over there. Though the Ika Picard are definitely going to give him a word or two. That's that. We got Mi-25s on both sides. Of course, this is the North Korean helicopter tab one, while this is the Czech transport version. So it benefits heavily from the veterancy of the Specialny is carrying. Oh, BMP2 is just wading into some BTR-60s. And then the bow chunks will just pick it apart with their RPGs. Oh, Yakyande got put through the ringer, but there's more coming in. Those 30 points? Yeah. Oh, that premise is also doing some good work, though. Oh, here comes MiG-21. That looks like it's going up the Yakyande. And that Shilka decided didn't want to shoot at the MiG-21. It's pretty unfortunate for Belarus because that could have done a fair bit of damage. Ooh, nice crit from the Mi-25 on Razzmann. Fire control malfunction. Oh, C-40 are missing their shots. That's not good, and those two autocans are going to give them a pretty bad time. Oh, now the Moderna is moving up. And that OT-64A has managed to get into Foxtrot. Oh, it probably drove... Yeah, the Leo ran too deep in the forest. It could have just driven. I wasn't paying attention. Probably drove right down the road. Razzmann also has these two BTR-152s. Just watching his flanks so nothing sneaks around. And yep, and that OT does have the KPVT. Actually did get shot at a bit. Yeah, if that moves forward, it could just wipe out that BJ-212 without much difficulty. Oh, Moderna wrecked a couple of his Zantry squads. Zetiva, ooh, is that the 80-pointer? Yeah. Has a 125mm gun, but has a low rate of fire, and its armor is not great. I think that's what most Chinese tanks have. Good. They have good firepower, you know, their accuracy and AP tends to be better than the Red 4 price equivalents, but they tend to have lower rate of fires and less armor. Oh, here comes the MiG-21. Ooh, did a fair bit of damage. Stunned the Shilka, which is going to allow it to get out. Ooh, and now the fire support pram is putting conkers into it, and missing. Oh. OT, oh, caught out the Boshong-su. It got their transports, it seems. What were they riding in? Yeah, it would have been BTR-60Ps. First thing I thought was the Chinese ones. I'm like, how'd they do that? No. Don't mind me, I'm crazy. It's probably going to be a bit of a wake-up call for Belarus that it needs some more security in Echo and Foxtrot. Oh, the supply trucks are in danger. Moderna could potentially put the herd into the Yuccan Day, though. 21 frontal armor versus 23 AP. It's going to be doing, yeah, 2 or so damage to them from the front. However, they're out in the open, so not too big of a deal. Ooh, J7H is inbound. Is that OSA still around? Yeah, it's right there. That's reloading. It's gonna get, yeah, 1 missile away. Oh, LSR 40. Nope, everyone misses. They both stun each other. The Shulk is gonna recover and wipe out the Mi-17. Moderna's falling back. It's running low on fuel, ammo, and health. Okay. Oh, Lake Dakota managed to make it into a town, which is kind of their dealio, is, since they have submachine guns that they're supposed to be better at, you know, like very close quarters, you know, city fighting, though they typically don't get used in it. So this could be potentially their moment to shine. Ooh, Razzmann's Specialny in danger there. Their transport's getting pretty shot to hell. Oh wow, Razzmann sending a bunch of dudes over here. Got a MiG-21. And there goes ZTZ-88. Snezka's BMP-2s. That's a lot of autocannons coming down on those Liran. And then come at the Moshoots and then one Woke. Those Zanchi-85 won't stand a chance. And the Razzmann can even push all the way up to here. Maybe all, and even Belarus doesn't reinforce. He can push all the way into and through Foxtrot. No, and Razzmann's going at the command infantry for Alpha. He's going to get that +2 ticking. Honestly, I would have expected Razzmann to push Delta before he went for India, but that's what he wanted to do. Which is actually pretty smart from him. Because he's had, you know, Belarus has been spending all of his points here, and Razzmann's been getting some very good trading done. You know, he's been killing a lot of Belarus's units, catching them out, especially with that Moderna doing a lot of work. Oh, we got, yeah, 2 ZTZ-85As. BMP's gonna say goodnight. And basically, as I was saying, Razzmann's getting very good trades here in Alpha. And what that means is that Belarus is still spending points to make up for his losses here, while Razzmann can just, oh, got some points, time to send them to India. Ooh, V7H is coming in. Is that OSA resupplied? Yeah, it was 3 missiles, but it's out of range. Ooh, ZTZ's engaging the Moderna at close range. Moderna missed. Just not surprising. Oh, it gets a second hit. Oh, they weren't actually still alive. 1 guy left. Oh, weapons jammed. Does 15 frontal armor? Yeah. And yeah, this Zanchi won't last much longer. Oh, I got some Zanchi sneaking around over here. The Speciani will probably give him a good wrecking. And Razzmann actually did relocate his OSA further to into Alpha, that way he can take out any J7Hs. And of course, Mi-17s, as always, doing some good work. Oh, BTR-80A coming around. That's going to be... Yeah, it looks like it's going to be the, whatever the elite, North Korean elites are. Oh, but they're getting engaged by the BMP-2s from the side. Oh, fire. Oh, they get a lucky crit on the move. Part of that's because they do have a veterancy bonus on the BMP-2, so they're going to be better accuracy, but 25-10. Right, they have the 2A72, which has better accuracy than BMP-2s. In fact, I think they're actually more accurate on the move than BMP-2s are stationary. Is there a BMP-2 alive somewhere I can look at? Yeah, 30%. So yeah, they're as accurate on the move as BMP-2s are stationary. That's funny. I think they have a lower rate of fire. Yeah, they do. 374 versus 5, whatever. Yeah, 562. And it's, yep, Yakyonde, that's what they're called. Gyakudai are those dudes. The 15-man shock. No. Yep, Speciani got the WZ551, that was with the Zanchi 85. And here comes the J7H again. And it misses. Does that thing even have ECM? And there's 1 hit. Gets another missile out, but yeah, evacs before it can hit. Oh, MiG-21 have to crack some guys. And Moderna just wrecked those Yakudai in the open. These guys are going to give those Daiki Pakoda some trouble. Is Xenon actually still alive? Is it? Are they spotting anything? Nope, they're just sitting in the middle of the forest. Oh, mortars are coming down on the Yakyonde. I cannot talk. And there's another 2 more units of Lake of Pakoda moving up, but both groups are pretty shot up. Oh, Bojunks are caught up with the SJ-40, but those ZTQs are giving them some decent fire support. Or they were. Are they 2HE? Oh, they're 3. And Mi-25 to the rescue. Just give it a moment. And then I make 21 MF. And they're gone. And that basically leaves Delta wide open for Razzmann to cap. And he capped Alpha, or he capped India and Alpha, so that means now at +4 is 127 conquest points to 76. Also, it's pulling back. Yeah, it's going to resupply it. And looks like Raz is just content to sit in India. He doesn't want to overextend, trying pushing the Foxtrot probably. Oh, BTR-4 is probably spotted. Maybe. I know they're going to get engaged at close range by Mi-25s. And any minute now. There we go. And an HE7. I'm surprised it took Belarus that long to get one out down here. I didn't really see any in this part of the map. Could mean that they got blown up before I could see them. Ooh, that ZTQ's in danger. Reese. It's 20 AP. They won't be able to one-shot him from the front. Yeah. And, oh, they actually miss. But the MiG-21MF is coming after him. And lost line of sight. Though the Mi-25 will probably have words with him. And then you got 3 helicopters here, but they're all running low on ordnance except for the Mi-17, which I think might have gotten resupplied. Or it's a fresh one that is called out with the command infantry. That could also be it. Yeah, there's the other one. Oh, these guys are going to fly right up and right into Foxtrot. And Mi-25s do the spotting and absorbing damage, and Mi-17 does the killing, probably. And then after that, they can just fly right into Echo. Oh, yep. Command vehicle spotted. And it's gone. Day-7H is coming out. Oh, it does have 2 infrared. What are they? They're basically an AIM-9L equivalent. Oh, no, it's actually going... Oh, they're trying to bomb the CV in India, maybe. Oh, it's spotted. Yeah, because Razzmann left it out in the open. And Belarus moved the run out, so yeah. Of course, that means Razzmann's only at +4. He took out the CV in there, so that's going to be... Oh, no, the command infantry actually did go down, so Razzmann, yeah, is just going to be at +4. It's 281 conquest points to 0, or to 76. Oh, this helicopter's just cleaning up it down here. And that's game. Belarus Border Service surrenders. The Razzmann was victorious with 293 conquest points to 76. He also had 2,360 kills to Belarus Border Service's 1,215. Alright, so Razzmann won that battle. Basically, like, both players pushed opposite of each other, but one of the things I noticed is that Belarus Border Service was not quite as lopsided as Razzmann was. Like, Razzmann's deployment was very lopsided. He sent almost every single thing he had into the bottom part of the map. He spent maybe 100 or so points. 10% of his deployment on India. Well, Belarus Border Service had a little bit of different proportioning. Basically, what that meant is that Razzmann had a pretty substantial overmatch in the bottom, and he took very definite advantage of that and pushed all the way into Alpha and was just constantly in Belarus Border Services, just right in his face in Alpha, just constantly pressuring him there. And Belarus did have a good push into India, but I feel like he failed to capitalize on that. Like, he didn't push Razzmann out of it. He did not secure India. He just got into there and then stopped. Part of that is because, Razzmann was pushing, just pushing him just right into Alpha and in the bottom part of the map, like I said before. Yeah. That and Red Dragon motorized is not great. It's not a good deck. It's probably not the worst motorized deck in the game, but it's not one of the better ones, I'd say. And what do I know? Haven't really played Red Dragon motorized or Red Dragons in general. Most of my experience with them is actually screwing around with Red Dragon's armor, but that's irrelevant. But yeah, it's just kind of interesting deployments from both sides. But yeah, Razzmann was just far more aggressive in this battle and just pushed Belarus right back. It was right in his doorstep. He got into his own, took advantage of the fact that he was in Belarus Border Service's 2-pointer and capped it for him. And yeah, I'll just call it here before I manage to ramble on and extend the video beyond any reasonable length. And I might as well address that. The other thing, Razzmann won this game, so he's won 3 games. That means he has won the tournament. Razzmann is the winner of the first Reddit Open tournament. Congratulations, Razzmann. Have a cookie if you haven't had one already. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. Belarus border service has been defeated for all eternity and will never rise from the ashes of his shame and humiliation. Except I said that already in the BTR flash stream I did. Like, you know, the very first thing I did on the channel was covering the 11th or 12th. I don't even know, the 13th BTR flash, something like that. That was forever ago. Anyway, I'm Xander Turon, and this was the first Reddit Open tournament. Just before I close everything off, big thanks to everyone who participated in the tournament. You know, the mod team who ran the tournament, including Razzmann. He is one of the Reddit moderators, and he did run the tournament, and then he won the tournament. And then he made a post on the subreddit congratulating himself on winning the tournament. Good job, Razzmann. But yeah. I'm done. You guys have a lovely day.